Hello, welcome back to Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching. This is Erin. So this is a bonus podcast, and I'm going to try to release a second podcast every week. And I thought about it and I was like, wow, a full length podcast twice every week, that might be a bit much. But I want to connect with you more often. So I thought, what would fit into my life and also give you a little boost maybe midway through the week? And I thought, maybe some affirmations. So that's going to be the nature of this second podcast. And what I want to share with you is something that hit me a couple of days ago when I was mid-practice. I was struggling for a few days, just up and down with thoughts of not being good enough. And it is amazing how the mind goes into deep spaces of darkness. And I find that using the tools definitely helps, and you don't go there as often. But sometimes, like, your hormones shift, your chemistry is off, life is just heavy. And so I found myself in a pretty dark space. So I let my practice be very gentle. In a sense, I was rolling out deep patterns of tension in my body and just breathing and really connecting with her. And this thought came up of my body being the great mother. So your body is also the great mother. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. We all have that nurturing aspect of Shakti inside of us. And your body loves you unconditionally. No matter what you do, what you say to her, she still loves you. She might rebel sometimes, but she still loves you. And she will do her best to keep you surviving, to help you get beyond challenges, to recruit any resources that she can to help you. And so if you're hearing this and you're going through a dark spell, take your hands on your heart and take a few deep breaths. And just try to connect to the sensation of your hands on your heart and relax your shoulders. And as you take deep breaths in and out through your nose, you're going to start to trigger a parasympathetic nervous system response, which physiologically is going to help you drop into your body and be more present. It's going to relax your organs, relax your fascia so that you can let go of tension and drop out of the cyclical thoughts of the mind and drop more into a space of presence within you. So breathe and start to feel her presence with you. Now, whether your actual mother is still in this plane or in a different plane like mine, you might be able to make contact with that nurturing aspect. And if connecting with that aspect is not favorable to you, you have that aspect within you anyway. And so what do you need to hear to feel complete? How can you accept something that you are rejecting about yourself? And so breathe and feel and allow. And you might find after a few deep breaths that you come back into a space of love within you, that you reconnect to that nurturing aspect within. And perhaps you let go of any heavy thoughts, just walking away from them so that you can see what they really are, and that they are not you, and that you are wonderful. So anytime you feel heavy, take your hands on your heart if you can, take some deep breaths, and try to reconnect to that nurturing aspect of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to support the podcast and if it's helping you, please consider writing a review. You can go to iTunes or Google Play, go into the search bar and type in Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching, scroll down, and you can leave a review. This helps other people to find me as well as bumps us up in the search ratings. Also, this podcast is sponsor-free, so that means we don't receive anything for doing it. If you feel so inclined and this podcast is helping to support you and you want to return the favor and help to support any production costs of the podcast, feel free to give a donation to a Venmo link, Thrive Yoga Fit, or PayPal, Erin@erincoach.com. If you don't have the means, don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere. You're all good. But if you would like to give back, you can give back in those ways. Last thing, we have a coaching certification coming up, and it's 7 days of an intensive work, followed by a 3-month mentorship. You will not find another teacher that's more passionate and dedicated than I am to my students and their learning. And not just their learning, but the application and how they show up in their life. If you've been listening to this podcast and it's had a huge impact on your life, just imagine what it would be like to spend 7 intensive days with me and then a 3-month mentorship. You can check that out at thriveyogafit.com/coach-certification. Again, thriveyogafit.com/coach-certification. Thank you so much. Namaste.